exciting episode of As the River Churns.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Starting another exciting week here at River Landing, and we've got a new feature that we're going to do, at least for a while until it gets old. We are going to do a ceremonial turning over of our new hourglass, and so I think Whitney and Lisa are going to go ahead and do that right now. We've heard from some residents that maybe our program could get kind of lengthy, and so this is a way to maybe control that a little bit.
Okay, here we go, Whitney.
All right.
Oh, there we go. So if you notice that the hourglass has stopped, let us know, and we'll stop the program right then and there. So
If it was only that easy, Tom.
if it was only that easy, yes. So special guest today, as we had mentioned on Friday, is Whitney Ariza. And Whitney is going to talk a little bit today about some shopping ideas for us.
Correct.
So, but before we do that, I think we have a trivia question, right, Lisa?
We do, and this one is from John Hoyt. What childish game was an Olympic sport from 1900 to 1920?
Childish game.
What childish game was an Olympic sport from 1900 to 1920? Okay, I think Michelle's ready. Call in if you know the answer. 336-389-4103. That's 336-389-4103 if you know the answer. It's a special prize today.
So I wonder what that could be. I was trying to think through my mind what that could be. I was thinking about tag, and I thought, no, that can't be tag, right? Well, maybe it is.
Could
Or
be.
then I was thinking tiddlywinks. It's got to be tiddlywinks. I think that's got to be what it is, right? Anyway, I guess we'll find out by the end of the show.
We will, yes.
Okay, so our next segment that we usually get into is an update about coronavirus, and I don't know how many of you had a chance to see the governor speak today, but the governor spoke at 1 o'clock today, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what he said, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing in response to what the governor said. So again, the governor confirmed that there was currently 297 cases in North Carolina, and that's in 45 counties here in North Carolina. He mentioned that we are going to be extending the closing of the K through 12 schools until May 15th now, and so we'll see how that goes. I think we were all kind of expecting that, and we'll see whether or not they have to extend it any further than that. Some of the big news was the closing of a lot of businesses, gyms, health clubs that include indoor pools, movie theaters, beauty salons, barbershops, those kinds of things. So in response to that, we, as of Wednesday morning, unfortunately, we are going to be closing our beauty salon, our indoor pool, our exercise equipment area, and our billiard room in response to what the governor said today. He did say that the grocery stores will still be open and not to panic buy. So that's good advice, and that restaurants will stay open for delivery and takeout, and that we need to maintain our social distancing. And of course the big thing is, and you all know this by now, if you're not feeling well, please don't come out of your homes. We've been really educating our staff about this. We need to educate residents about this. Please do not risk passing something on that you have to somebody else. As we know, it is the time of year when that stuff can be passed very quickly and easily, and so please, please, please think about that twice. And then last thing that the governor said, which is really kind of has an impact on us, was he talked about the high-risk areas for our population here in North Carolina, and of course that's all of you, and several of us even for that matter, because he was talking about the fact that the high-risk group is 65 plus. So that really embodies our whole campus here as far as from a resident standpoint. And like I said, we have some staff members who are that age as well. And so we're going to be working on some additional planning to try and to just further clamp down on our campus. So over the next several days, there'll be some other things that you'll see coming out that we'll push out through CareMerge and through other sources. One of those things we started today, we're evaluating it, and that is, and I think most of you may have heard this already, but we decided today to temporarily hold off on doing housekeeping in cottages and apartments. That was a decision we made today. That's probably going to be, honest with you, we'll probably take the week to kind of see how that goes. We have redirected our staff to something that really needs to be done, and that is a thorough cleaning of all of our common areas in the main building here. So if you might see the housekeeping staff out and about doing that. And we are quite honestly working on a long-term plan for that and trying to see what we can do as far as housekeeping goes. But right now, I just don't think it's a good idea to risk having staff coming into your homes. And so until we can have a better way of doing that, we're probably going to keep our staff members out of your homes. So like I said, we're trying to come up with some ideas that maybe we can figure out a way to do that safely, and if we can, then we will. But at this point, this is just something I think that's it's very important. And you know, it's becoming more evident that Guilford County, I think you all saw, has now got 11 cases in the county. Forsyth County has 12. We're starting to see a little bit of a rise in the area around us. Was just informed before we went on air today that we have a case that's fairly local. It's not here at River Landing, but it's we've been told that the vicinity of the case is in that Wendover Ski Club area. So again, not trying to scare anybody. This stuff's going to start happening. We're going to start seeing it hit closer and closer to home. So what can you do? Well, what you can do is do not go off our campus. If you can avoid going off our campus, do not go off our campus. That is our best way to keep you safe, to be quite honest with you. And so we're going to keep trying to come up with ways that if you need to go off the campus for something, like if you need medications or in groceries, this is what Whitney's going to be talking about here in a second, then we're coming up with some plans so that you don't have to do that. And the idea here is to really start kind of restricting resident access off, or residents going off our campus. And so, you know, we can't legally stop you from going, but we can stop you, and we will stop you on the way back. We'll do, as we've been doing for the screen checks, and we're going to be doing the temperature checks. But we're also going to be adding in questions about where you're going and wanting to know who you've been in contact with. And, you know, at some point, and I'm not trying to be mean-spirited about this in any way, but at some point, we might ask you, depending on your answers coming back, that we might actually go into quarantine coming back, because you're really putting the rest of the residents and the community at risk by going out and doing certain things. So again, not trying to scare anybody, just trying to do our best to keep our community safe. So please keep that in mind as we put more and more of these measures in place. I'm just asked that you would be patient with us. If you got questions, give them to us. May not have all the answers because we're still kind of working through this. This is all unprecedented times right now. And so we're just doing the best we can to try and keep you safe. And I promise you that is our only motivation right now, is to keep you safe. And I would rather err more on the side of caution than I would letting it be more of a chance of getting in here. So we've continued this morning to have some planning to restrict the staff more and more. We really are going to become more compartmentalized with our staff. You're not going to see a lot of staff rolling through the building here. We're going to really try and keep that to a minimum. And so we've really been discussing a lot of ways just to try, again, keep the premises as safe as we can. So more on that, but I wanted to give you a quick update about what was going on. And I guess it wasn't really a quick update, but giving you an update about what's going on with the coronavirus. So please stay safe out there. Okay. Lisa, did I miss anything?
No, I think you hit it all there,
Okay,
Tom.
very good, Lisa. Thank you.
Yes. So we had a couple of questions over the weekend.
Okay, good.
The first one, will those of us who have been taking buses to grocery stores have a way to get what we need? It's a very appropriate question for today. That's why we have Whitney here. So in just a few minutes, we'll get more into what your options will be. And the second question If I can't leave the campus to get my medicine, what options would I have?
Yeah, and I kind of started talking about that a little
Yes.
bit. That,
Yep.
we're going to come up with a plan that we can go and pick up. For those of you that are using Deep River, you already know that those medications can be delivered, which is great.
And that's a great option for you. If you don't have them as your pharmacy, it's something to look into. But Deep River does deliver out here, which is great.
And then some of you may be using mail order as well. I
Yes.
certainly recommend that as well. That's a good way to be able to get your medication.
Absolutely. That was it for questions today.
Okay.
The virus tip of the day, just to reiterate what Tom's already said, don't leave the campus if you don't have to. River Landing is kind of your safest place right now, so just keep that in mind. If you do not have to leave the campus, stay here. Stay here.
And Lisa, we're working on some things that we're not quite ready to share yet, but things like that you might end up having to need that were hard to find in the grocery stores. We're trying to put together some ideas and some lists and some things, quite honestly. And I know that we've already been able to obtain some toilet paper, which we know is important,
Yep.
and we've offered that to residents through the front desk. Quite honestly, we also are going to be, Joe Rojas, our environmental services director, was able to hook us up with some paper towels, I think, and some Kleenex as well. So,
Yep.
so we're going to have more and more of that we're going to try and get and have available for residents who are in need. Because we know, for those of us that have been out shopping in grocery stores, some of these items are very hard to come by. And we don't have any more magic than anybody else, but there are some areas that we can kind of help with, and these are some of those areas.
Absolutely.
All right, I think we're going to talk to our guest speaker
Yes.
today.
Woohoo!
She hasn't been broadcasting at all in the last week, so you got to be pretty comfortable in front of the camera, haven't you?
Well, I was, but I don't know if I am right now.
Well, I'm sure you'll do great. So.
Well, I've been working on a flyer that's going to go in mailboxes tonight, and it's talking about your options for obtaining groceries or needed supplies. So that'll go in tonight. Look in your in-house mailbox.
And also on Care Merge, I believe.
And Care Merge, we're going to post it there as well.
Okay.
But I'm just going to go through some of the options that you have. The first one that a lot of residents have been taking advantage of is having friends and family members drop items off. So right now, if you had a friend or family member who you gave a list to and they want to come to the community to drop it off, we are screening everybody as they come in, and those folks would be sent to the clubhouse where they would drop the items off, and then a River Landing staff member would take the items right to your residence. So that's a great option. If you've got family and friends nearby who are local and can do that for you, that's a great option to use. We're accepting the drop-offs between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. every day. So even on the weekends, we've got somebody here Saturday and Sunday who can deliver those items. I know that many of you have family members that may still be working, and weekends would be the only option. So we do have somebody there 7 days a week to deliver items. So that's your first option. Your second option, we've been talking a lot about ways that we can do this, but the one that we found, I think, that's going to be easiest is having your groceries delivered through an app called Instacart. And what that is
what is that again?
It's called Instacart.
How do you spell that?
INSTACART.
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 Thank you.
And so it's an app and an online website that you go to, you register, and you can select your grocery stores based on your zip code. So when I go in my phone, I put 27235 for the River Landing zip code, and it gives me lots of options. I've got Harris Teeter, Food Lion, Walmart, Aldi, Costco,
Wow.
even at pet stores. There's a lot of options on there, and you choose the grocery store that you like, and then you're going to go kind of into that store, and you're going to type in the items that are on your grocery list, and you're able to select those items and put them in your cart. So it's your virtual buggy. And then at checkout, you would give them your credit card information through the app. It is secure, so it's not like you're giving a person your credit card. It's going to approve a certain amount there. And then a person is going to go do your shopping and then come here to River Landing and drop your groceries off. And then a River Landing staff person would bring them to your home.
So with this, it's not a River Landing employee that goes to the store and shops. This is actually a company
That's correct.
that actually will send somebody to buy the stuff for you. And,
Yes.
then also I believe that they will actually call you if there's some questions.
Yes,
Is that right?
you can leave a phone number. They'll call or text message you. A lot of what folks are running into is the inventory at stores is low. So say you've selected Ritz crackers and you want some Ritz crackers, but when they get to the grocery store, they may be out of Ritz crackers, but they may have the Food Lion brand.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can choose substitutions based on your preferences. But if you only like Ritz crackers, you can say, I don't want you to substitute it. If they don't have Ritz, I don't want that. Because we have heard that the grocery stores are low on certain items.
Yeah.
I do think they're starting to catch back up.
I think they are too. And I think people aren't panic buying as much as they were.
Right.
I think people are starting to settle down a little bit into this. And so I think it'll get easier and easier, I think, as they start catching up a little bit.
Right. So I think Instacart is a great option, and Jill and I are going to help you with that. So if you are wanting to purchase groceries through Instacart, you've got two options. The first would be to download the app on your iPad or your cell phone, and you can just have at it, and it'll take you step by step. But if you don't have access to a mobile device that does that, or you don't feel comfortable doing it, you can give me a call, and I can walk you through it. And I can even set it up so that it's user-friendly. So that's a great option.
So it sounds like it's kind of my own personal shopper.
It's your own personal shopper.
Okay.
And I do want to let you know there is a fee associated with it. It
that's
depends.
important to know.
Yeah, it depends on the amount of groceries. I was talking with a resident about this earlier. Food Lion, for example, if you spend over $35 on your grocery order, the delivery fee is waived. You still have a small service charge. I believe it's under $5. So that's, I think, for that convenience.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
for that convenience, it's not a huge amount of money to pay. But I'm happy to walk you through that. Now, if you choose Costco, some of the premium grocery stores, you're going to pay a little more.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I had my wife sign up for it, and we are getting our first delivery today from Costco.
Okay.
And I don't think you have to be we are, but I don't think you have to be a Costco member. That's the other
don't.
great thing. But the fee is not cheap. I mean, I'll be the first one to say there is a large fee for them to shop and actually deliver it to us. But, we're getting a pretty big order too, and so.
And Costco is one of the premium retailers.
And I get it. And
Yeah.
quite honestly, when you think about it, when I thought about it, for as much as we're getting and for the fact that they're going to Costco and they're going and shopping and delivering it, it's cheap money as far as I'm concerned.
Just
'cause
to not have to be in the
I'd
lines
rather-
right now.
Just,
Right.
especially just
I mean,
to be at Costco, for any of you that have been to Costco or Sam's Club,
It's
just trying to
awful.
get through those stores can be a nightmare at times. So just having the convenience of not having it would be great. So.
I agree. So that's one option is Instacart. The next option is, some of you may already do this, where you order online through your grocery store. I know Walmart does this, Harris Teeter does this, but you actually order your groceries online and then you select a pickup time. And so if you are doing that, we here at River Landing can go and pick your items up. Now the catch here is right now there's not a lot of available pickup times. I was talking to another resident today who mentioned she's been trying for 5 days to schedule an appointment, and they're just not out there because it's so popular right now. Everybody's on it. But I do think if things calm down over the next couple weeks and you want to order online like you normally do and select a pickup time, we can go and get those items for you. We do need to know in advance, at least a day before, that you're going to schedule it and what time that's for. That way we have a staff member who can go and pick it up.
Yeah, and there's just a little bit of a limitation there. I mean, we don't mind picking up from some of the local stores around here. Obviously, we're not going to go over to Burlington to pick up
Right.
groceries for somebody.
Right.
So obviously common sense plays in
Yeah.
here, but that's something that we're willing to do is go get your groceries for you. If you order through these grocery stores and you let us know, we'll be glad to go pick up the groceries for you.
And we'll help people with the ordering is what you're saying as well.
Yes,
So,
we'll help with the ordering as
Okay.
well.
so if you're not comfortable using a computer or an iPad or an iPhone,
Yep.
we'll offer support and help you with that part too.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, another option is to order items online and have them delivered. So say you you have a small order, maybe you need some shampoo and conditioner, a certain brand that you want. You could go to Amazon or Target. There's lots of online retailers that will send your items right to your address through the Postal Service. So that's always an option to use. And like I said before, times are different right now, so inventory is low. So you may not find the exact shampoo you're used to using. You may have to substitute for a while because inventory is low.
And maybe don't wait until I'm out of that item is what you're saying as well.
Right,
So
plan
if
ahead.
if I know a week from now I'm going to be out, order it now.
Right.
Because it may take longer to ship.
That's a great point.
Okay.
Yep.
And Whitney, maybe going back a little bit to Instacart or anything else, you know, you might want to group your items. You may not, especially with Instacart, if there's a fee associated with the delivery of those, the shopping delivery, you might want to group your items so that you're not ordering one or two things at a time, because otherwise you're going to get a lot of fees,
Sure.
right? So
Yes.
it seems to make sense to group that together to me.
That is a great point. I think, too, especially if you're wanting to get free delivery,
Right.
and you have to get over a certain number of
Well, that's a great
a
point,
dollar
too.
amount.
Right.
You might as well go ahead and plan for items that are non-perishable or things that you know that you're going to use, like toothpaste, shampoo, soap, trash bags, what have you. You can go ahead and order those in your initial order.
Good idea.
Things that will last. Now, they also do pick up produce. So if they, depending on the inventory at the store, you can order different vegetables or fruits, and the shopper will try to find the best product available. And then Tom touched on this last one here, switching your medication to delivery if you normally pick it up yourself. So she had mentioned that Deep River delivers and accepts most insurance. So if you're not with Deep River, it might be a time to consider switching, but also calling your pharmacy and seeing what your options are. I know a lot of the bigger chains are offering delivery, but with that being said, you may be on hold for a while when you call
Yes.
in.
Yep.
I actually tried to call Instacart just to talk face-to-face, and the whole time was a while because a lot of people are utilizing these services.
Right. But they would normally be calling Instacart. They'd be
You would
using
not-
Instacart as an online app type thing.
That's
order.
correct.
So
You're not ever
what you were doing
calling.
was something separate with trying to reach them to ask them a couple questions.
Yes,
right?
that's right, Tom. Yep. Everything that you would do through Instacart would be online, through a mobile app or through your computer. And then this is on the sheet, but if you do delivery, and if you're not using Instacart with my help, you're just ordering it on your own, we're going to put the main address for River Landing as our address, 1575 John Knox Drive. And then there's always a little area that says special delivery instructions. And you're just going to say drop off at Clubhouse. Because honestly, when they turn into the community, security is going to stop them. And when they say I'm here delivering groceries with Instacart, they're going to tell them exactly where to go. So we're going to use the main address as your drop-off point.
That's
And
great.
one more thing, Whitney, I'd love to see how this works. Could you arrange something like that?
I'm glad you asked, Lisa. Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Well, if that didn't sound canned to me, I tell you.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, March 24th, 3 p.m., I'm going to be here and I'm going to demonstrate how it works. So we're going to pull down the screen. I'm going to have my grocery list and I'm going to go shopping. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to select your items.
That's great.
So yeah, so just so you all know, tomorrow's whole time slot will be Whitney just going through and doing a demonstration. So Lisa and I are going to take a little break from our show tomorrow, and we'll be back on Wednesday. But Whitney will be here at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
I think I just heard some cheering, Tom.
They might be.
I don't know.
Might
Yeah, I
be.
think I did too.
I don't know. I think I heard some boos. I think people were
No, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear the booth.
Well, Whitney, thank you for doing
That's
this.
great information.
Quite honestly, I approached Whitney about this the middle of last week about trying to head this up for us, and she's kind of helped volunteer Jill as well as part of this, and so I can't think of two better people to be helping us with this program and getting this off the ground. And as we need to, if we need to add additional folks, we will to be able to help out. But I'm really excited that Whitney and Jill are going to be doing this for us, and I think it's going to be a tremendous service for you all. So I think it's great. I think it's really good.
Thank you. We're happy to do it.
Super.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Lisa, birthdays. Do we have a birthday today?
Yes, we have one birthday today. Happy birthday to Lucille Hagee.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday. That's awesome. All right. And do we have a winner for
We
our trivia?
do have a winner.
Oh, we
and
have a winner.
It was not Tiddlywinks.
Are you kidding me?
It wasn't.
Tiddlywinks.
It wasn't. No, I was shocked too.
Okay.
So the question was, what childish game was an Olympic sport from 1900 to 1920? And the answer is tug of war.
Oh,
Tug of war.
Tug of war. Would never have thought of that.
would not have thought of that.
And our winner for today is, one second here, let me pull it up on my phone, Earl Hart.
Earl Hart.
Congratulations, Earl. And you are the winner of a $25 gift card. It's an American Express gift card, I believe. So you could use that almost anywhere.
Yes.
So I bet he could use that on Instacart.
You could use it on Instacart.
Wouldn't
Very
be
good.
surprised.
Congratulations, Earl.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, I think maybe we should do a check on our time, Lisa. How are we doing?
Ooh, we're doing good. Tom, you have another 45 minutes for jokes.
Oh, that's great. Wait a minute, let me get my file. No, we're not going to do that to you. But today's joke is actually more of what I call little stories of innocence. Actually, that's what it says on here. I'm stealing their information here. But this actually came from Kathy Coe. And so it's about the innocence of youth. And so there's a bunch of them on here. I'll spare you all of them. But there was 3 of them that I thought were really cute. So I'll read these to you. Melanie, age 5, asked her granny how old she was. Granny replied she was so old she didn't remember anymore. Well, Melanie said, if you don't remember, you can just look at the back of your panties. Mine say 5 to 6. Brittany, age 4, had an earache and wanted a painkiller. She tried in vain to take the lid off the bottle. Seeing her frustration, her mom explained that it was a child-proof cap and she'd have to open it for her. Eyes wide with wonder, the little girl asked, how did it know it was me? And the last one, Mark, age 4, was engrossed in a young couple that were hugging and kissing in a restaurant. Without taking his eyes off them, he asked his dad, why is he whispering in her mouth?
Oh,
That's
cute.
isn't it? Yeah, I thought that was
cute.
So, Kathy, thank you for these. These are awesome. Please feel free to keep sending us jokes and
Yes.
pictures and
Ideas, anything.
questions, anything that you
Absolutely.
have. We'll be glad to kind of incorporate them as part of the show. But maybe in parting, I just want to say, thank you so much for your support and your understanding and patience with us as we keep moving through our new measures to help keep you safe. I have been really surprised, and I don't know if a lot of residents have just not said anything to us because they don't want to, but I've had a lot of residents that have said that they really enjoy the show and like watching it at 3 o'clock. So thank you for that. We appreciate the support. I think this is just a fun time for us in some ways that we can just kind of have a little bit of levity and
Absolutely.
during what is really a tough situation and a tough crisis that's throughout the world, and we all know that.
stay connected.
So, yeah, this is
Yes.
a great way for us
Yep.
to stay connected. But I know I speak for all 3 of us when we say we love you very much, and we thank you for being a part of this family, and just asking you to please help us help you stay safe. With that
And
said,
one more thing, Tom,
oh, I'm
before
sorry.
we
Go
leave.
ahead. Yeah, please.
Brian wanted me to announce that you've got mail at 4 o'clock today. Tune in to Channel 1390 to watch the movie You've Got Mail.
Ah.
Should be a good one.
That's a good one. Of course, the computer system in that is really old, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was watching that movie a couple months
Yep.
ago, and I was like, wow, it's amazing how technology
Throwback.
has advanced since that movie. And it wasn't,
Very
that movie
true.
wasn't that old, but
No,
so,
that's true.
very good. So you got mail at 4 o'clock today. Well, thank you all. And Whitney, we're looking forward to you doing your dog and pony show tomorrow with the demonstration.
I'm
and
looking forward to it.
for the rest of you, we'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.